Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited. I had to get this up as quickly as possible. We are looking at the new Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. If you're interested in seeing how it really does perform on medium skin tone, if it's worth the $129 price tag, and what my overall thoughts are, then just keep watching. I will also be creating 3 looks. I'll explain more of the layout of the video so that you understand what we're doing. There's a method to my madness today, so if you're interested in checking out what this little palette can do, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm so excited. Much anticipated. Everybody kind of went a little crazy over this palette. They either absolutely loved it or they instantly knew that they didn't need it. Now for me, like you guys already know, like I love color, and I love triochromes, glitters, sparkle, all of it, all day, every day. So when I saw it, I knew I wanted it. I wasn't even gonna try to fight it. Then I knew that it would be launching during the Sephora VIB sale, so it was kind of a win-win. I gotta give a shout out to my girl, Jamie at Makeup Release Radar. She helped me with 25% off at Natasha Denona. And then I also have to give a shout out to Brian at the SP Nation. He also told me where I could find this little palette quickly. So thanks guys for helping your girl out. I really do appreciate it. And so let's talk a little bit about the palette. This is beautiful. Look, this is outside of the box, and it's also got that like blue, purple, like mermaid shift to it. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It does come with the Natasha Denona staple like pin or push area here so that you can depot the shadows if you'd like to and just shift them around or create your own palettes or looks that make sense for you. And here is the palette in all its little glory. I have some finger marks in some of the shades because I was in the car and I just couldn't help myself. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. For people that love color, this is just kind of a dream for us. Now, one thing that I heard, and I heard pretty consistently, was, you know, those colors, they just look so muted. Like they look like pastels, something that you come out with in the spring or for like Easter time. The release kind of doesn't make sense. And I kind of get those vibes too. I mean, I think everybody does for the most part. They do look muted. They do look pastel-y. They look lighter. They don't look like what holiday looks like to you, you know? We talked about the Tom Ford quad yesterday, and it's like all these deep berry tones, shimmery tones that really do make sense for Christmas, but these are a little bit different. Now, I did not pick up the multi-chrome, like cream shadows in all the shades. The only one that I picked up was Scarab, which was the green one, like duh. And so I'm also going to be doing a comparison swatch to the cream formula versus the one in this pan. From what I can tell from swatching them, they are very creamy. So it comes in that Natasha Denona staple creamy formula. So we're very excited about that. At first glance, some of the shades look pretty light. I'm just kind of wondering how they're going to go on my medium skin tone. I feel that sometimes with these pastel colors, they either look really good on like very fair complected people where the color pops, or if you're deeper skin complected where it also pops and it looks really pretty against their skin tone. Medium skin tone, sometimes it could go either way. And so what I thought that I would do is, of course, I would create 3 looks with each of the multi-chromes and just kind of go the way that Natasha Denona talked about it, which is going 1 row at a time. We have the green row, the purple row, the pink row, and what I want to do to see if it's going to work on medium skin tone girls or guys is I want to create smoky looks with the multi-chrome color being the center or the star of the show, but seeing how deep or how smoky we can go with each individual row. I think that that will give you a really good indication of what it will look like on your skin tone if you look like me. The way that I think is the best, instead of you guys hearing me ramble the whole way through, is we already know I'm creating 3 smoky looks. I'm gonna turn on the music. I'm going to show you which shade I'm applying, and in a very concise and brief way, go through the looks and how I created that smoky look or not, and then see if it works. At the end of the 3 looks, I will come back on and I'll share my final thoughts. I'll let you know what I'm thinking about each color story that we have in this palette. I'll do some comparison swatches to some others that I feel stood out to me when I was looking at the shades, like maybe it can be a dupable palette. I mean, probably can be a dupable palette. We'll see. So let's go ahead and jump into look number 1. I will leave timestamps down below so that if you're interested in final thoughts only, or if you're interested in a particular color story, I will leave those in the timestamps below. If you have any questions, please make sure and leave those comments. Let's start a conversation. This palette is spendy. It's $129. Yes, you can get a percentage off right now during the holiday savings event at Sephora, but it's still an expensive palette. Now, the pans are the bigger size for her bigger palettes, which she hasn't had in a while. I did get the Natasha Denona Bronze palette and the Glam palette. And I really do enjoy that size because in reality, for people that are buying all of her releases, like we're not going to hit pan very often or at all, if even. So, you know, I kind of enjoy that price point a little bit more and the smaller pan size, but that's just me. Especially on something like this that is not like an everyday wearable shade, in my opinion. That's my thoughts. Make sure and stick around for my final review at the end of the video. Also, make sure and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Give me a like if you like what you see, and go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I like to just kind of chit chat about these kind of things and stay on the up and up with everybody. So I really appreciate all of you that go and find me there. A lot of you guys will tag me on stuff or send me DMs when you find out new makeup news. So I really appreciate that. I think that that's what we're here for, to create this community. So make sure and do that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the first look. Also, we will have some comparison swatches at the end of the video. Let's go. And here is look number 1. I think it's absolutely stunning. I am so excited about this one. I went with it first because I thought that it wasn't gonna be my favorite one. But honestly, this came out so gorgeous, you guys. Again, this one was with the 3rd row. I absolutely love it. You guys saw the process, how I smoked it out as much as I could. Again, this is the 3rd row on my medium skin tone. To pair it, I went in with my Propa Beauty. This is in the shade Limitless. Oh my gosh, it's the only one I own and I need more. I need more now. This formula is so beautiful. I have to also tell you, like, I'm not like all about monochromatic looks, but I love, love, love how this lipstick looks with this eye. I feel like I wasn't always like the biggest fan of this color, and when I put it on right now, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful, and I don't know, it just helped pull everything together. Initial thoughts, it's extremely powdery. I mean, not all the shades, but like for instance, Garmin is super, super powdery. And then Plutonium, which is the first shade that I went in with, the yellow one, is really, really pigmented. I really do like it. I feel like all of them, with the exception of Vertex, of course, the lightest shade, had really good pigment. And even the Vertex, which is the one that looks almost white. I mean, it's like a bone colored. It's still like, it popped really, really well and showed really well on my skin tone. So I'm definitely digging this look. I kind of wish I would have done this one last so I could walk around with this one all day. But anyway, love, love, honey, love it. So here is look number 2. I like it. I think it's cool. If we were a little bit afraid, I think I'm starting to get comfortable. If we were afraid of pigment, Natasha Denona definitely did not play with these shades. And that's why it's so important that I'm doing this, because people are saying it's a little too light, it's a little too pastel-y. I'm not getting pastels at all. I think it's gorgeous. What do you guys think? The lip is a little darker and more gray than I anticipated, but I think it's different for me. I don't normally do stuff like that, so what do we think? I really, really like it. The pigments there, I think 2 for 2, 2 for 2. These are gorgeous multi-chromes. I'm gonna tell you that I don't see as much of a shift on the purple one. It doesn't look as chromey looking to me. Is that a word? But you know, it's beautiful. Oh man, I am in love. I am in love. The blend on this, if you guys can see, and the crease is extremely beautiful. We're creating these smoky looks, which is what my goal was when I started. I wanted to create 3 as smoky as possible looks. Let me see, on this row, the one that was the most powdery was tungsten, which is this one here. I don't really know about formulas or why some are more powdery than others, but I can tell you that the pigment was there either way across the board, no matter which shade I used, no matter how powdery it was or not. And I'm just in love. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, honey, love it. It also, I mean, the shift that I do see in the purple one is that blue shift, that purple into slightly blue. There's some blue micro glitters in here that I kind of am picking up, but other than that, you know, it's not as chromy as like the first one, which was color flipped. So either way, I'm in love, obsessed with both of the looks I've created. So now we're gonna go create the smokiest, grungiest green look with this row here. Is everybody ready? Oh, I know I am. All right, now don't forget that at the end of the third look, I will also be providing comparison swatches to other brands, other shadows out there that I think may compare. I will also be doing a comparison swatch between Scarab, which is the green multi-chrome here, with the Scarab in the cream formula. That is the only one I have. So let's go ahead and get into look number 3. And here is the final look. I think you guys could tell just how excited I was. Obviously, this is green, like this is where I live, you know, I love it. I love my grungy greens. I love my fruity greens, my bright greens, my light greens, my dark greens. I love my greens. But honestly, just like the rest of the palette, it did not disappoint, you guys. Like, this is so gorgeous. Look at that. And you know, the reason that I decided to go in and create smoky looks for every row is because, again, we were thinking it was too pastels. It was too pastel-like, that it wasn't gonna show on our skin, or that it might look kind of funky on our medium skin tone, as some pastels do. And clearly not the case. They go on the lid and create these beautiful looks that are so not pastel-like. They're so not Easter. These are beautiful, they're deep, they're super pigmented. And yeah, now everybody went crazy over thinking that they had the three multi-chromes in the palette, and that was really what was drawing people to it and making them buy it. But in reality, I feel like the multi-chromes were okay. I am in love with the rest of the palette. I just can't get over how beautifully pigmented they all are and how beautiful they look on medium skin tone. I'm just so excited. And the deep pigmentation in the shadow also tells me they're gonna look good on deeper skin tones. They're gonna look good on lighter skin tones. You have to go in with a fluffier brush on lighter skin tones, obviously, to make sure the color's not so dense. But like, this is amazing, amazing news. Like, I don't know. I was gonna buy it anyway because I was so drawn to the multi-chromes, like I said, but to have this level of pigment and to be able to smoke out every single row in that palette is a win-win-win for me. Now, I'm gonna tell you which row is my favorite, and you guys are not gonna guess. I was going to judge it very heavily on the green row. My favorite row, you guys, is this one here. The first look I created, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. It is so beautiful. I don't have anything like that in my collection, and I'm just super excited by the palette as a whole. Like, I can wear this holiday season and have these beautiful dark smoky looks, but so different. I'm excited. I think this palette is worth every freaking penny. I said it. Now, I did not buy the multi-chromes in the cream formula that came out earlier this summer. The only one that I picked up was the green one, Scarab. So obviously the first thing I wanted to do was to compare the cream one to the shadow one. So I'm gonna go in with my cream one here. And we're gonna talk about this multi-chrome formula in the palette, okay? So there's the green cream Scarab. Very beautiful, does not budge. Once you put it on, it's very easy to manipulate with a brush. You can shape it in whatever shape you'd like. It does not move, you guys. You can use it as eyeliner. I mean, it's just beautiful. Now, when I was applying the Scarab in the palette, so I'll just put it here. Also pigmented, not as much. You get the exact same shift, okay? So if the color's what you're after, but you don't like the 6-month shelf life, you get the exact same colors in this one here, okay? So color spot on. It's a very creamy formula. I will tell you that I didn't feel like it gave me that boom, that pow as soon as I put on the cream. That may just be the nature of going from a cream formula to a powder formula. But you know, if you're going for this, you want the longer shelf life, which this palette has a 24-month shelf life, you're gonna be very happy with the Scarab in the palette, absolutely. The only one that was just like a little lackluster for me was the Kinetic, which is the purple one with the blue shift in it. Let me just swatch all 3 shimmers next to each other. I thought it was pretty. The formula felt a little bit dry, where Scarab and the pink one, the color flip, was extremely creamy. I felt like the purple one's just a tiny bit dry. Again, that may have to do with, you know, the formula and the color pigments that go in it. But look at how beautiful they are. Do you see how the pink one, the color flip and the Scarab do shift in color, where the purple one pretty much stays the same? So that's just something that I noticed. There, you see a little bit of a blue shift there, but not much. So when you're going for that multi-chrome action, you're gonna get it more from the pink one and from the green one. Again, pink, color flip, green, Scarab. This one is Kinetic. The mattes were extremely pigmented, very, very creamy and buttery. They all blended beautifully, as you guys saw in the video. Some of them are extremely powdery, but they're also very pigmented, so like, I don't really care. I did not experience fallout in row 1 and row 3. I did experience fallout with the purple row, so I did want to point that out. Again, that could be a formulation due to the color. I have heard that purples are like kind of hard to formulate. When I look at palettes, obviously Tiny Marvels was one that was very quickly being compared to this one. I don't think that's the case. I mean, there are some that sort of look similar, but I still feel like I have something different. Also, they thought that maybe this one was like a dupe of the Divine Rose 2 Sextraterrestrial. Clearly it's not. Sextraterrestrial has like a green gold shift to it. This one's more just pinky goldy. So here's Sextraterrestrial. Of course, by now you guys have seen this palette a million times, but here is Tiny Marvels. You know, you do get a little bit of that like pastel-y Easter sort of feel to it. But in reality, if I'm looking at the shimmers or the duochromes in here, none of them look anything like the one in the Natasha Denona. I do think that shades like Flutterby and maybe even Love Bug. Yeah, Love Bug might be similar, but not in a way that compels me. The walking stick, this one here, is a little taupey, a little grasshoppy, a little grungy green, but nothing too similar to the green in the Natasha Denona. Let's look. So here's the Natasha Denona right here. Really beautiful creamy color. Here's a walking stick from Tiny Marvels. So as you can see, very different shades. Still in like the grungy green category. If we look at Tungsten in Natasha Denona, that's that there. Very, very beautiful. I think it looks somewhat like Love Bug. So here's Tiny Marvels. But again, more pink, more taupey or cool tone purple. They're not exact dupes. And honestly, I think those are the only shades that really do compare. So in my mind, I mean, I think we've got a really good solid one here. Do I think that we could possibly dupe some of these shades with like a Sydney Grace, for instance? Yes, I think we can. I don't have like an extensive singles collection, so I really wouldn't be able to get too deep into that. But all in all, you guys, if you guys can't tell by my reaction, I am thrilled with this palette. It's 20% off right now, 15% off or 10% off with the holiday savings event at Sephora. I think it's an absolute must if you've been looking at it and you're just kind of thinking, does it work for me or not? I've seen some reviews on it with like lighter skin tone. I haven't seen anything deeper complected than me, so hopefully those reviews come sooner so that you guys can compare as well. But yeah, this is a winner for me. I am so excited that I was able to get this up for you guys to look at and consider during the sale. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Let me know what your thoughts are on the comparisons as well as the 3 looks. Again, like my favorite look was the one here at the bottom with the orangey shades. I thought it was absolutely stunning, especially with that Propa Beauty lipstick. What? I thought it was beautiful. So, but all 3 looks were just absolutely perfection. So excited. I don't have anything like this, clearly, so I'm happy. Let me know if you're picking it up or not. I would love to know. Always find me on Instagram and Twitter and tag me on your looks. I love it when people do that. I think it's so much fun because that's what we're in this for, you know, community. So make sure and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'm not sure yet. There may or may not be one of these in the giveaway. I'm not sure yet. It's $129, you guys, so I'm still deciding because I've kind of packed it in there, so we'll see. Would you want this in the giveaway? The 1,000 subscriber giveaway? I don't know. Anyway, so we'll see. I hope that all of you that were able to vote today did perform your civic duty. It matters. By this point, when you're watching this video, results may have already been in, but you know, just wanted to say, above political party, love for all is truly what's needed in our world. That's just how I feel. And so anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys thought about this review style. More than anything, wanted to test the pigment in the palette. So thanks again. I will see you guys next time. I actually have a really fun makeup history video coming. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.